Let's have a look and see why you met your specific person and information around that. We're going to get some real truth out today. Also, I just realized I look like this huge flamingo, but it's a little bit cold. So yeah, today I'm looking like a flamingo, a very fluffy one. And it's the vibe. Okay, so let's have a look and see. Ace of Pentacles was your first card that came out. I feel like there's an element here of destiny. Okay, and what I mean by this is that sometimes we are destined to meet certain people, and you were destined to meet this person, long story short. So it was meant to happen. Okay, this person was supposed to come into your life, and some of, you might think to yourself, why? Why did they come into my life? And the truth of the matter here is that there is some element here of your past life, some kind of promise you may have made this person. And also, if this person is creating suffering in this lifetime, it can be likely, okay, that in your past lifetime, you were the one that had the upper hand. So if you feel like in this lifetime, you're always chasing after this person, running after this person, or wanting this, this kind of person, is because in your past life you may have had the upper hand. You may have rejected this person actually in your past life and chosen someone else, but you promised each other at some point that you would always meet in another life, and I think that is this lifetime. So there's an element of past lives, which is why I always say, okay, be careful of the things that you wish for in this lifetime. Be careful, because these things can carry on into your next lifetime, okay? If you have been with someone romantically who has hurt you a lot, okay, and you think to yourself, oh, I hope it just gets better in the next lifetime, your next lifetime may carry that energy through. So I just want you to know that, okay? Be careful. Be careful the kinds of promises you make in terms of lifetime to lifetime. Obviously, make those kinds of promises with amazing people, right? But be careful, because one thing I do see here is the Four of Pentacles. You feel frustrated. Somewhere down the line, this person is absent. This person isn't exactly doing a lot, and they're holding a lot of their cards to their chest. Okay, so this person can be emotionally unavailable. They can be a bit more emotionally distant, a bit more sort of in their own world, in their own head, not saying a lot, doing a lot, being a lot. They can be a lot more in their sort of own vibe and their own energy, especially with the moon. Okay, moon is very, very important. Again, this person is hiding and not really doing a lot. And the reason for that, I think, is because they feel like you will do it all. Okay, if I hate to say this, but I think that actually the more, you go into this mode, the more interested they are in you, because we've got here the Hermit. Again, this is a hiding energy. They're very much keeping to themselves, focusing on themselves, looking at themselves, loving themselves, putting themselves first. And the Hermit here is very, very powerful. Why? Because actually the more you are doing, okay, and the more you are reaching out, you're trying to convince them of things, you're trying to be proactive, you're trying to be loving, you're trying to be this, you're trying to be that, what it actually ends up doing to this person is it makes them feel like, oh, actually I don't really need to do a lot, and you actually do everything. You will communicate, you will be this, you'll be that. I don't actually need to do anything. Like, I literally don't need to do anything. You will do everything. And so they then have this mindset, okay, of I don't need to do anything because you'll do it all. And that's the wrong mindset. That mindset doesn't get anyone anywhere, because it's going to make you feel worse. It's going to make you feel very resentful of this person, which is something that's already happening. And on the other side, they're just keeping to themselves like, yeah, I'm just going to live my life and do whatever I want. So you have to reverse the tables. You have to turn the tables. You have to do a 180 degree. What does that mean? Well, it means you focusing more on yourself, letting them come to you, and not being scared of the amount of time it takes them to come to you. Because I will tell you that the more absent you become, not in the sense that you're trying to purposely ignore them, but you're letting them come to you, you're letting them make an effort towards you. And until they don't make an effort towards you, you're not giving them your time of day. And that is about letting things be equal, letting things be mutual, and not being taken for a ride. Because I will say one thing, this person really does seem to like you, okay? They do value you to a degree, but they also think that you are wrapped around their finger, and they don't really need to lift a finger if you're the one doing everything. Remember, what you do teaches a person what they're getting, okay? So the more you are always doing things, they'll just be like, well, you're always going to do more, so why do I need to do more if you're always just going to do it? It's a bit like if someone comes to your house, okay, and they're always, let's say it's not their job to, but they always just vacuum the floor for you, okay? Eventually you'll stop vacuuming your own floor, okay, or hoovering your own floor, or cleaning your own floor, because you know that every week this person comes, okay, they might be a friend, but they just vacuum for you. And that friend might think, oh, I'm doing it, for niceness and whatnot, but eventually you might become really, really lazy and sort of not really do it, right? So you're kind of, there's a form of conditioning that's happening here where this person thinks you're always going to do everything, so why should they then have to do anything? Okay, I'm just saying, this is just the kind of energy that's coming through here on the cards. Therefore, you have to stop doing what you're doing, which is, you know, doing everything for them, communicating, trying to make everything work. Because let me tell you, the more you become absent, the more you focus on yourself, you're living your best life, you're taking care of yourself, you're doing everything for yourself, you become super attractive, like this magnetic energy. And that triggers them to feel like, I need to actually run after you. I need to give you something. I want to be sentimental. I want to emotionally communicate with you. I want to be present because you're no longer present. So I need to be present. I need to get your energy. I need to get your time. I need to win you over. I need to do something. I need to show you that I am consistent. I need to show you that I can be trustworthy. So what do? They start showing you all of these things, like, I can do this because, you know, I'm trustworthy. I can do this. I can do that. Here you are sitting on your throne. Here they are, sure, sitting on their throne too, but actually doing a lot more. And right now you're doing way too much. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to say this. You are doing way too much. You're basically doing this person's work for them, and that isn't, that's not mutual, okay? That's not an equal relationship. It's not anything remotely equal at all, especially with the Eight of Cups. You can't be doing that. It's just not emotionally healthy for you, because what will turn into you trying to help them and you trying to do this and you trying to win them over and have them, it's just going to make them stay more with themselves, okay? To the point where they feel like, I don't really need to do anything because this person's doing it all. And second of all, you're going to go into a mode of literally feeling disgust for them. You will become so resentful. And I can tell you right now, some of you are already feeling very resentful towards this person. You're like, it disgusts me that this person treats me like this, but at the same time, you can't let go. Why? Because you have deep love for this person, but at the same time, you're doing so much that you are becoming resentful. So instead of becoming resentful and doing everything, let them do things towards you and you focus on your life. Remember, your life is not all about this person. Nobody said that your entire life is all about this person. You weren't born to serve this person. That's not how you grew up to be, okay? This person actually needs to also do things towards you. It's part of what's supposed to happen. So don't force the process, right? So especially here with strength, it's really, really powerful and it's very, very important. It's just very important. That's all I have to say about this. Okay. I would say, you know, a few weeks of you just focusing on yourself, taking care of yourself, being strong, not being worried about what they're doing, you know, and just really focusing on, as it is, you're not really getting a lot from this person because they're absent, right? So by you sort of pulling and matching their energy, it's not you being a bad person, it's you being like, you know what, I'm not going to get treated like this. Give it a few weeks and see what they do, because I feel like they'll come forward. I feel like they will have something to say. There you go. So this is how I work as a reader. I say things, it reflects in the cards, and that's pretty much what happens. And I'm glad, because at least you can see how I work as a reader, and what I'm saying is what I'm saying, right? But look, you know, give it a few weeks and they will come forward. Six of Cups shows some kind of sentimental gift, but Six of Cups is also really beautiful because Six of Cups resembles so basically, Six of Cups resembles nostalgia, okay? They'll think about the really good moments. They'll think about how they don't want to be without you. They'll think about the fact that they need to do a lot more. They need to be more proactive, more understanding, more loving, more communicative. It will trigger them that they have to do more. And I do have lots of amazing rituals on my website which can actually help with your situation, because they are rituals that actually help with healing your energies, giving you more power. It allows your intention to take place. So there's, you know, rituals for love, such as the marriage ritual. There's the support and consistency ritual to get support and consistency from your person, express their feelings to you, manifest your specific person, you know, break no contact. There's amazing protect your connection. There's amazing rituals on there for various areas of your life, including money, beauty, justice, healing, black magic removal, protection, etc. And there's also as well intention items, which are handmade, meditated with and saged, and of course readings, which are done within 12 to 24 hours, which I offer. So of course do check it out, because guess what? the more you are focused on yourself, the more you are loving yourself, the more you are putting yourself first for yourself, they will become more and more curious about you, to the point where they will feel like they don't want to be around, they don't want to be without you, they don't want to be away from you, and they only want you, if that makes sense. Like, they will be very, very sort of curious and yeah, just really wanting you, basically, is what I am seeing, and that is pretty much that. Let's actually see one more card. Listen, this is what they're doing right now, right? They're just watching and waiting for you to do more towards them, but actually this is what you need to be doing, right? Watching and sort of putting your energy towards yourself and letting them come to you. I'm telling you, there are synchronicities in life, and there are synchronicities in readings, and I'm glad you can see those synchronicities in my readings for you, because this is really how I am as a reader. I mean, I have thousands of 5-star reviews. You can't fake this stuff, you know. I mean, you can tell straight away. But if you're ever interested, you know, in any personal readings, services, rituals, everything's listed down below and on shopmoonlightguidance.com and my Etsy store. And also, I have TikTok and Instagram, that's what I was going to say. Moonlight.guidance on Instagram, Moonlight Guidance on TikTok, everything's listed down below, and I will see you all very soon. And I really, really hope that this helps you and gives you a ton of clarity, okay? I really hope this helps. Bye.